welcome. I am your host, the Mighty MCU Man, and thank you for tuning in to the Beyonder Review. And this week, we're reviewing The Amazing Spider-Man issue 33. Now let's jump into the review. So the issue seems to start off with Miguel O'Hara seemingly waking up from his ass whooping. And Lila is talking to him, which is peculiar, but then she's cut off as Miguel is being attacked by these hulking monsters from Roxxon. Well, it kind of goes to show that Roxxon still wants to probe his brain or do weird stuff. Speaking of weird stuff, we find out that Silver Sable is alive, seemingly somehow, only for Teresa Parker to blow her brains out to reveal that is a LMD, life model decoy, for those of you who do not know what that means. As that happens, the real Silver Sable comes around the corner, and the foreigner kind of explains this whole thing where she was actually hurt after the events of Ends of the Earth. And they both fell in love throughout the time that he was saving her. But as this is coming to an end, she kind of explains why she had to do this, and she needs a figurehead for her town, for her country, Symkaria. And the whole reason why the Infinity Formula was up for sale was so that they could get her back to full health. Teresa and Peter do not like this idea whatsoever because there's serious ramifications for it. And as they're discussing this thing that's going on, the Hitman and Chameleon are actually having a really in-depth conversation about assassinating Doctor Doom, which is really interesting to see more obscure Spider-Man villains make their way into this series. I am personally more excited to see stuff like this moving forward. However, we have to tune back into Peter Parker and his college life. As he comes in, he is introduced to his classmates again, and one of his classmates came up a way to pretty much see into the future through the multiverse. What an interesting idea. And this is what I have to assume is what's going to get into, why Miguel is stuck in the past, or why he's in the past, but it feels weird. And as the issue comes to a close, we find that the Hitman has Doctor Doom trained in his sights, getting ready for Amazing Spider-Man issue 34. And all I have to say is this was one of my favorite issues. Another outstanding one, one that I'm more satisfied with, and one that kind of explains, well, not kind of, but more or less does explain what's going on with the Infinity Formula, the Chameleon, the Foreigner, and why the Chameleon is playing both sides of the war, because, he just wants to see it burn all the same. He's not, he doesn't think anybody's special, so... Again, wonderful issue. This one gets a happy Tom Holland. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.